Okay, is that better?
Sure. What do you got for me?
So, how much like time do you spend looking at like actual academic debate as opposed to just
Never.
like?
I like never watch academic debate. There might be some good shit out there. Everything in college is fucking cancer, though. I don't know. I've tried to watch a few, but it just seems really stupid.
So, I think like or a lot of the reason that it gets stupid is that there's sort of like a structure or a format,
Well,
and
I
then
was talking
people
about like
sort
I
of
don't know if there's like a specific name for it, but like a lot of people like me like the policy debate things, where like
that's the
basically
format, yeah.
yeah, where like you read like in 1972 like I don't know. I can't take it seriously. It's just super
Sounds a
mean.
lot like you, man. That sounds like
No,
you.
like like more than me. Like it's ridiculous. Like
No, I'm asking because I think it's really like interesting. Or there was that guns debate you had earlier this week,
mhm.
where basically it like came down to, okay, I'm gonna read this, and then I'll kind of talk to you about it. Does that make sense? Like you never really were able to get past like an evidence.
Well, sure, because he wasn't capable of even like understanding how data works, right?
Sure, but like in that instance, you're basically saying that you can either win or lose a debate with somebody based on your ability to look at a graph in like 35 seconds and say whether or not he's fucked up or like find
Well,
how
yeah, if the
he's
person
like.
is stupid enough, yeah, sure.
And everybody's fucking stupid. All studies
Wait, what? You cut off. Everybody's.
about guns or
Oh
whatever or
wait, hold
something
on.
so complex.
Okay, your thing just came back. Okay, what were you saying?
It just seems strange to have such a complex conversation without like really any regard for like reading or being like well versed on basically the material, not just for you but for people coming in. And I'm using that guns debate, which where you do have a lot of like understanding, right? Like you've had that conversation a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but then in other conversations it seems a little less. Um,
Oh yeah, I mean, I like to feel like I'm generally citing like I feel like consensus opinion on any particular topic I'm talking about if I'm talking about it. I mean, otherwise I usually don't argue it. Do you have like an example of like where it's like a debate I guess where I've had where you feel like I have no engagement whatsoever with like the consensus
I'm not
opinion?
trying to like pick apart specific debates that you have. I'm more
Mm-hmm.
trying to say that you have such like a large army of just like plebs
Mm-hmm.
that probably do have sort of experience or at least like are doing a lot of reading by themselves. And I feel like you could just like okay, you're talking about policy debate in college, and a lot of what makes those teams like really successful is like the level or like extent of autism their like freshman class has to where they can just like constantly be reading and pulling cards or whatever like evidence.
Yeah,
Does
but
that
like
make
my only
sense?
problem with stuff like that is that I don't know if I'm necessarily qualified to parse like individual studies to draw conclusions. That's usually why I like to just go like, well, okay, well these are the leading economists here, and then they generally cite this stuff, and then this is kind of like their prescriptions on this, rather than like, well, here's two studies I have, and I'm gonna cite them as evidence, especially for like medically related stuff. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess like all I'm like the only thing I'm coming from on that is it like basically I have to kind of turn off the debates when it gets into that like literal level one like reading evidence
No, I
of
agree. It's
like
really
somebody
frustrating.
saying
It's real stupid when somebody like the James guy like can't even understand a chart. Like if I'm saying like right to carry laws increase
yeah.
the amount of gun crime once you enact them, and he says, well, look at these 5 states that have low crime and high right to carry laws. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, yeah, it's really, really, really frustrating. I don't deny that at all. It's really annoying.
So like in the same way that you don't you have a format for your emails now like where people have to write in a format?
Not
Isn't
real.
that
I don't. I can't. I don't really answer my emails anymore. I delete a lot because it's just too much. Like I can't engage with like long form conversations in my emails. It's way too much time.
okay, yeah. Regardless, I think like the same sort of system where you just have like sort of a bar for what you expect people's evidence to be when they come in,
Mm-hmm.
where you're not reading like a full study, you're reading like a synthesis or like a fact from the study. Like 27% of gun owners are fucking killers or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
just and then you can debate over those specific disagreements, not like such a broad thing.
Well, but
And
like
then
even
I guess,
again, even on like very specific factoids, like a lot of conservatives seem unable to like grip or to like to even have like a basic understanding of things, like on levels
yeah.
that I didn't think was even possible.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, that's also why I guess I was asking about academic debate, because I
Hmm.
feel like, I don't know, I came from a place where I was doing a lot of debate in high school,
Hmm.
and then I feel like when I started judging rounds, like after I had graduated, or yeah, like into college, not recently at all, but there's
Hmm.
like definitely a new or better understanding you can get from rhetoric or whatever when you're the one who's having to like parse all that stuff. So I don't know if that's
Sure.
something you're ever interested in, but I would suggest it, I would say.
Okay, maybe at some point I'll look into more academic stuff.
And then the final one was, or just something that I remembered you saying, and I've heard you say it a few times since, is that there's just like full stop no such thing as a deep state in our government. Is that
No, I mean like I can recognize that there are probably certain types of like political that there are certain types of interests that are probably represented from past administrations, maybe in certain levels of the government, sure. Just not the deep state insofar as like QAnon is concerned or something.
Okay. Well, because I remember the direct quote being like full stop. There is no deep state. You cannot use it. And then you even went on to use like Trump as like a counter positive
Hmm.
for there being a deep state. Like how could there possibly be? Because obviously Hillary would have won if there's a deep state.
Sure,
Which I
but
feel
again,
like is
like
a
I like
pretty
to be clear.
flawed.
Well, to be clear, like I'm speaking like very particularly to people that are putting certain deep state theories out there. Like because so for instance, I'm talking in regards to like these are people who think that Hillary Clinton has the ability to like get people murdered and like completely cover it up or like in influence like large scale like banks to do like really shady shit or like call for assassinations of people and like
So you don't think that the government has people murdered like right now?
no, I'm sure the government does, but I don't think these can come from like isolated political bodies that are only
So you
serving.
do believe that the government murders people for like just political reasons, basically?
Nah, in the U.S., probably not. That
So
seems.
when did they stop doing that? When was the last time they did it, would you say?
I don't know. I know that we hung or killed like spies and shit, like for World War II, or people accused of spies or whatever. I know there was the whole McCarthyism thing in World War II, or post World. I should say post World War II, like the whole Red Scare shit, like in the '60s and whatnot. But I don't know, like
Yeah, I guess it's
past
just
that,
like
like
it's
wait,
really,
is the U? I'm sorry, because I could be largely ignorant of this. Is the U.S. has the U.S. engaged a lot, like previously in recent history, in like killing U.S.
No,
citizens?
I don't know, man. I'm just curious. You said they were killing people right now, and then I was like, kind of
Wait,
pushing you
wait.
to
When did I say they're
answer
killing
that.
people right now?
That was the first question I asked, and you said yes.
Well, wait, but there's a big difference between
For
the
political reasons, I think I said.
political reasons. Yeah, but there's a big difference between does the U.S. kill people for political reasons versus does the U.S. kill U.S. citizens for political reasons?
Yeah,
Like,
we do. Obama did at least twice.
what? Well, wait, okay. Let's be more clear. Okay. When you're talking about Obama, you're talking about are you referring to the American or whatever that existed like overseas or whatever that was some combatant that got killed or something?
I mean, I can like find corrupt or like maniacal examples of the United States being completely batshit insane. That's one under Obama's administration. Yeah, drone
Okay.
strikes are fucking crazy.
Yeah, drone strike and shit. But like, we don't kill like American citizens like in the U.S. or whatever. Like the government is engaging in that practice. Right? I know that we do a lot of weird shit like in other countries, but I don't generally think we kill like American citizens. The U.S. government doesn't generally, or at least I'm not
You
aware of
don't
it.
think the U.S. government has ever done that?
I mean, I'm sure they have at some point, but generally no. I
So
think
I guess that's like whenever I talk to people about like the existence of a deep state, it got like it was really easy to basically like draw a line between like there being an insane like military industrial complex in the United States, like, and then Trump kind of came around and made it really hard to have like a serious conversation about like the powers that be or whatever in the United States. But I feel like the easiest way is to say like, okay, so the United States is like this incredible bad faith actor that does all of this terrible shit all over the globe. And then like, when did that stop happening basically?
I mean, like, yeah,
did
there's just like
Reagan
there's like a
stop?
big like
I don't
moving the
think so.
goalposts here. Like, there's a big difference between saying like, does the U.S. engage in like foreign interventionism where we like assassinate political leaders that are inconvenient to like U.S. foreign interests versus versus are there certain politicians in the U.S. government that murder other U.S. citizens to only benefit one political interest? Those two things are very, very, very different.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the extreme version, but then like what the actual goals of like some shadow government probably aren't killing people. It's probably like more nefarious shit. But I don't know. I guess I was confused when I was expecting you to say no to the first question.
That the U.S. kills people, or?
But it seemed like you were trying to just kind of like mitigate it. That there probably are sort of shadowy figures in the upper echelons of our government that are trying to sway public opinion or change the way that people like engage with politics.
By assassinating other U.S. citizens? I don't think that happens, no.
Okay. So
I mean, I guess it's possible, but like I feel like something like that would be caught. That's the feeling I got. I could be wrong, but
I guess all I was trying to... So when you said there is no deep state, that wasn't exactly what you believe.
No. It's that was in response to somebody that believes like that was probably in response to somebody that believes that like the deep state, like QAnon calls it, exists. But I mean, like it really depends on what you say by deep state, I guess. Because I mean, in terms of like, are there like different political interests in the background that are being represented in different ways? Yeah, sure. It's kind of like when somebody asks me like, do I believe in supply side economics? Like, I'm probably gonna say no, because it's probably a conservative talking about like trickle down shit. But if it's like an actual economist saying like, well, do you believe that like the supply side of the economic chain can heavily influence like, you know, market forces and shit? Well, yeah, of course. So like it depends on the conversation though, right?
Yeah, I guess I was just trying to kind of figure out where you were on that. Like, I don't know, it seems like if you're open-minded enough to believe that there is stuff that goes on in the United States that we don't necessarily know about, it could be for our well-being or it could like not be. I just think it's pretty plausible that there are sort of bad faith actors at the highest level of the United States, like military and government.
Okay.
And then I guess the last thing I wanted to talk about was just, I feel like it's kind of weird that there's so much goddamn porn in your online chat room.
Darius_65A is now a
Really
tier
strange
1
to me, and
subscriber.
I feel like you should probably get rid of it.
Listen, man, if people want to link porn, it's up to them, right? Can't
Do
you just
vet
mute like
the
not
porn
safe for
that's
work
getting
links?
linked? Oh, I do, but I just it's very strange that there's probably like group masturbation between like all the 13-year-olds in your chat, right? You
Are
don't
there
find
really that
like-
many 13-year-olds in my chat? Is that?
Wait, do you know the statistics? Does Twitch give you any of that information?
No, but I thought when we pulled my audience, I thought like the overwhelming. I actually.
We did an online poll.
I mean, like, I've looked at my, well, no, because I talked to my talent agency about, like, the age of my audience and whatnot online, and the age of my audience actually skews, like, pretty old. I know why, because we had this conversation about potentially doing alcohol sponsorships in the future.
Okay, so so this is a better question then. Do you think it's okay for the, like, extreme minority of, like, very young people in your chat to be group masturbating with all the 35-year-olds that are in your chat?
I mean, group masturbating is, like, a really loaded term. I mean, like, do
Well,
you think it's,
what
I mean,
is going on with the porn that's in your chat, then?
well, what's
Like,
going
what
on
the
with
fuck?
every single porn site ever? Like, when I go to Pornhub, am I...
Group masturbating! That's, like, what happens.
Okay, I mean, I guess if you're, like, opposed to all porn, like, that's a position you can argue, but...
Wait, I'm not opposed to porn. I'm opposed to logging in at, like, an 8 a.m. on a Monday and just, like, being inundated with fucking porn.
Wait, you can just mute not safe for work links in my chat. Why does nobody use these features to mute things they don't like?
Well, no, I guess, like, what I'm asking is, like, why... I guess you really feel, like, positively about the porn in the chat?
I mean, if people want to link it, sure, why the fuck
'Cause
not?
it seems like there's, like, not safe for work, and then there's just, like, straight up titties getting fucked. You know what I mean?
Okay. I don't understand.
Like,
If people want to link
pretty
it, like, why
explicit.
then fucking let them do it? Why the fuck not?
Okay, so where's, like, your line drawn there? Like, do you have a vet system?
I don't
to
think
make
we
sure
have a
people
line drawn.
aren't-
I think if you link not safe for life stuff, it has to be link not safe for life. If you link not safe for work stuff, it has to be link not safe for work. No?
What if the kids are, like, 4 and 7 and they're getting, like, their
No,
faces
they're
come on
right.
by,
Okay, I'm
like,
sorry. So right now in my chat, I'm sorry. There's no child porn and there's no lolicon in my chat. Those are two things that I
So
have.
what's the vetting process for making sure she's not, like, 16 or 17?
If it looks like child porn or if it comes from a child porn site, then the person that's posting it usually gets banned.
Oh, so there's, like, I guess I just don't know very many child porn sites.
I mean, like, if it's linked from, like, fucking 4chan and it looks like a fucking kid, then the person's probably getting fucking banned for it.
But don't you think that you are at some point culpable for the like you're saying that you can say definitively there's no child porn that's ever been posted and not deleted in your chat?
I'm sure there probably has been. There's probably child porn right now, like on Pornhub and shit, of like somebody that's like 17 and their age is either recorded incorrectly or they lie about it. But like, yeah, I'm sure that any site that has like teen porn categories, there are probably girls posting that are like 17 or some shit. I'm sure that's happened before.
Your mindset is the same, like, fuck it, these guys in my chat really like jerking it to these underage women. I empower them by letting them post the porn in chat.
Sure, if that's your interpretation of it, okay.
So it's like a freedom of speech thing, kind of.
Not really. It's like if people want to link not safe for work links in my chat, in my off-stream chat, they can do it if they want to. That's fine. I don't care. But as long as it's labeled not safe for work. If you don't want to watch it, just mute it.
Okay. Yeah, no, I guess. Yeah, I was confused because it seemed like you were just willfully allowing shit that was a little bit weird to go on, but
well, not really. We have like pretty aggressive stances against banning people that are linking stuff that either looks like child porn or looks like yeah. Sorry, what?
Aren't there like porn stars who almost their entire like catalog is child porn? Like,
ooh, I don't really look at that type of stuff, so if there is, I'm not aware of it. I don't know. What do you mean?
Sorry, I'm just talking shit. I have to Google it.
Are you Googling child porn right now? It's probably not a good idea. Be careful.
I think it's Sasha Grey, but I don't want to just say her name, because now I know all the people are Googling it, too. What do I even Google?
I mean, I know who Sasha Grey is. I don't think she looks like a child.
I thought that she... I don't know. Whatever. Good talk, dude. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll see you when I see you.
Okay. Wait, when are you gonna see me?
I just meant I'll see you later.
Oh.
What do you always say to people?
Yeah, have fun, stay safe, and be careful, okay?
Yeah, same.
Okay. See you later, buddy.